I got you. Come here, Carla. Come and tell me your life story.
I was born.
Call it Born Troubled Died.
Born troubled and died.
Yes.
Well, Mom, is that true? Was Carlin born troubled and did he die?
Did you die troubled?
Oh, died.
Oh, he's just,
Still in progress.
nobody knows the trouble he's seen.
I've heard that before.
Isn't that profound?
That's catchy, Mom. Yeah, you ought to write a song.
Got a song now.
Yep.
Okay, that's all there is to it, huh?
Yep.
Oh, those lights are. It doesn't seem to.
It doesn't hurt it as bad as the other. This charged a couple goodbyes. So it's the image orthicon tubes were really bad that way, but these it's not quite so bad. Now it's also got a button here.
How do we stop it?
Hit the button again.
I did it now.
No, not yet. Yeah, the green light's in there when it's recorded. The green light comes on. I mean, to record it, but you go ahead and push it and see what it does.
Oh.
You know, say hello. No.
Hello.
Hello, Sarah.
What are we doing? Yes. Sarah and Marina.
Marina.
Here. This is a real candid shot. Here together. This is, one of the.
Oh, let me turn on the date and time here. There we go.
Okay.
Well, but the hour is wrong. The hour is Salt Lake time, not California time.
We are privileged to be one of the first on the epic of the Scott family reunion.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way, but you're not the first.
Oh, well, we're
Which
the
one
first
is
on
that?
this tape, right?
No.
No, it's not even a new tape. Well, I'm insulted.
Yeah, but that's okay.
We deserve top billing. We deserve top billing. There's a little girl down here that wants to get on too.
Hello, Valerie. How are you doing, Val?
If I move, you'll fall over, huh?
Well, Sarah, we're glad that you traveled so far to come and visit with us. And
It's not near as far as you guys had to go.
we'll be talking to you later.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
What? Hello. Hello. How you doing? Pretty good, Steve. Pretty good. glad to be seeing you. Glad you're here. Go stand back by Steve. This isn't your house. You lived here for a while, though, didn't you?
About 3.5 years. Built the house.
Built the house. That's right. And now Dad is living here, and you're living a block away, right?
Yeah, next door, right in adjacent property.
Okay. Good enough. We'll be talking to you later.
Okay.
This is Robert and Becky and Jamin.
Well, I didn't start out bringing something for everybody. I just turned out that I had something for everybody, so I forgot. And this is for Robert.
Hi, Becky. Come on over. Come here. Okay, where are you staying? Get over that way a little bit so I can get out from behind the lamp. Tell me, Becky, where are you living now? In Berkeley?
Yep,
Are you going to school there?
Yep.
What?
And you're taking math classes?
Yep.
You're going to graduate in math
Math and
and
statistics.
statistics. What do you said you were working? A couple of jobs?
Yeah, I'm working as a living housekeeper and housing relations administrative assistant at Brain Injury Rehabilitation Center.
The other job you had was with the woman was kind of health related.
Well, not really. She just wanted me to be there in case she died.
Oh, even though you're going into math, it looks to me like you're kind of doing some health service oriented work. What about that? Is there a conflict?
Oh, well, yeah. That's just purely coincidence.
Oh, purely coincidence.
There's
No plan or hidden motives or anything like that there. Okay. Good enough, Becky. We'll talk to you later. I got you.
Hi.
Okay.
Am I Lago Focus?
Yeah.
Start treating her and plug it out.
Oh my God.
Jack Nelson's little boy.
He's dark haired, kind of chunky. I remember Seth. He's a chunky little boy. Got a nice tan on one side.
And then she improved and actually switched over. The eyes switched over. And she was like saying, oh, wow,
Sorry for the camera work here.
Grandma, and not even seeing house alongside the road.
See,
Well, I wonder why she
Jake,
always
Jake has the problem, guys. He has one that's bad, and they say once his eyeballs too big for his head, his head will grow. But his eyeballs. And it's true. And his head grows the size of his eyeball, then he'll be able to see. And one eye will be perfect. But the other one, it has a problem other than that. So that I always have to wear glasses when I want to wear
Oh, but I mean, it's correct.
glasses.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah. With you, both eyes throughout.
How do you drink one?
Now, they haven't really grown out. I have a glass beside the bed. The 8th this month, I'll go back into the line.
Oh,
Because when I get tired,
didn't know he drank it? Swallowed it when he drank it?
I do is looking at something and focus on on the back here.
Hello, Carol.
Hi, Matthew.
Tell us how happy you are to be so busy.
Open your eyes while you tell
What's up, Vic?
From you, Jim, right?
Can you stay awake?
Okay, first,
She gets so much sleep because she's so tired and working so hard. That's good about it.
I see.
Mom?
That's great.
Yeah. She was trying to figure out who these are.
Hello, Jonathan. How are you doing? Sit down, Val.
Well, who are the other?
Jonathan, are you?
That's one of our
What sports are in season right now
And this is one of
that you're involved in?
Well, wouldn't that be John then?
Skiing? Where do you ski around here?
I think that's Jesse.
Heaven Lake? Heavenly Valley. Where is that at? I see.
This is Jack Nelson.
How?
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Jack Nelson. We were.
What? How many are there on the team?
On the team or on
On the JV ski team?
the
8.
yeah, but there's like a total of 60 people.
On the whole, what?
It's like light
You gotta make the team.
There's 60 people on the ski team, but it's only the top
But only 8
8.
participate at meets. What slalom
John Solomon.
That's Jesse.
and what? And slalom. Huh?
Slalom and top.
What's the difference?
Should we all get together now?
John Solomon is like longer hill. And it's placed a little bit closer together.
The gates are narrower.
Yeah, they're more open, closer together. Oh, yeah. And slalom is just
Robert.
Sounds like something's starting.
Well, yeah, Steph, was she? Didn't Steph come on? Yeah, she did.
Wait a second, he's right here. What's your name?
What? Laura? Laura. No, that's
No, that's not Laura. Laura.
Robert, is this your, where's Gordon? Baby? Right here?
Yes, Noel.
Is that Noel? Who's that?
Seth.
Is that Seth?
Oh, that's just tremendous. We can have your attention, please.
Wait, I gotta sit on the piano.
What?
I'll sit on a chair.
Move in here for somebody.
Kim, on this chair over there for you.
Hello.
Oh, is there?
I'm not gonna be 36.
How many? Well, we
Should
got.
be 36, right?
No, there's 30.
40.
40.
40.
40 of us here? But are they here? 40 of us here?
Should be.
Well, I guess right here.
Yeah, here they
Well,
go.
it should be 45.
45 total, huh? So it should be 45 total.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you yank up on like 50 rings. Also, it's like different. Carries a life and then go out there.
There's a sofa over there.
I got room for two here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go over there.
Are we not supposed to put
Not two of them this
Are
side.
we not supposed to put chairs here?
Well, we just want that area for the
That's the
stage.
stage. Okay, so we don't need these chairs.
But you can put them back that far. I think so.
Well, then they are with us here.
You can't see it.
Who's conducting this show?
The patriarch, of course.
Give us a chord, will you, please?
Not a very good turn.
You want to sing the song now?
Like, give us a chord, we'll sing, if we can have your attention, please.
Families go together for
That's what she's got.
You have another one. I'll have the music to another one.
Hello?
So if they know it, that's fine.
I have a family here on Earth.
Whatever you want.
I don't care. She just.
Whatever they know that they should sing is fine.
We won't these people.
I don't know the words, so I don't know. Most of them do.
We can sing a cappella. What, do you want to sing a hymn? Let us all press on?
We can close without let us all press.
I don't know that one. None of the kids.
I do.
I do.
I know part of it. Let us all.
Well, whatever it is.
Each one of us speak our name, and the way I'd like to do it is in the order, and just take a moment, you'll catch us on the camera, and say who we are. And for instance, I'll say that I'm Kenneth Scott. I'm the grandfather, the father and the grandfather of this group. And I want to introduce my wife, Carol Scott.
I'm the grandmother and wife and mother of this tribe.
And your name is?
Carol Scott. Carol Tallman Scott.
Carol Emma Thomas.
Carol Emma Tallman Scott.
Me. Remember that at the bottom?
And here we
Oh,
have...
Now I want you to introduce your oldest child.
We're gonna go in order.
Oh, okay, down the order. The first one I ever had was... You want to say who you
Oh,
are?
I'm Steve Scott. And I'm the firstborn son of Ken and Carol Scott. And this is my wife, Carol.
So I go down the families now.
Is that boy? Oh.
What do you want?
The
You want
families.
the family?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's, no, you're right. Start right there, Carol, and then all of your family, and then we'll go to Jane.
I'm Carol Schmidt Scott, and I'm the wife of Stephen J. Scott.
You can say Joel, everybody knows.
And introduce the children. And there we
No,
have,
it's Stephanie, you want to introduce John?
okay, we have, our first child was Stephanie Scott.
Come on, Come on,
One is Seth Scott and John. I don't know what. John, my brother. My name's John and my sister's Kim.
Where's Kim?
Say your whole name. How old are you?
You want to know your
Say your whole
name?
name.
You got a nice...
That is my whole name, John Scott.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, my name's Jonathan Scott.
Wiley.
Wiley Scott. My sister Kim. Michelle Scott. And my sister Lisa.
Just speak up a little loud.
I'm Kimberly Michelle Scott. And my sister, Lisa.
How old are you?
11.
Where's Lisa?
Yeah.
Okay, Lisa. Okay, Lisa.
Lisa Scott. Lisa Irene Scott. And I'm 8.
Hey, Lisa, Lisa, turn around and look at it and speak up louder. You can't hear.
I'm Elisa Irene Scott and I'm 8. And Boa is my sister.
Tell them who your name is.
Who's your middle name then?
Why is your name Irene? You're your great grandma.
Named after her
Where's
grandma.
Laura?
Over there by your
Where's
dad.
that?
Laura.
Look in the camera.
Stand up, Laura, so they can see you.
They don't want to miss you.
Say your name.
Laura.
Laura?
Elizabeth.
Laura Elizabeth, is that it? Speak up the camera.
How old are you?
How old are you?
6.
Saying this is my brother David.
And this is my brother David.
Who are you?
There you go.
I, since teacher, I'm,
Hey, Dave. Say, how old are you?
4.
No. 2. Hold your fingers up. How old are you?
5.
2. 2. What's your name?
David Scott.
Okay.
Very good.
David Scott.
Tanya and Megan.
And,
Brought those in there.
and introduce and say, this is Tanya.
This is Tanya.
And Megan.
Well, Tanya can introduce me.
My name's Tanya, I'm an A Gallant, and I'm 9. This is my Megan. And my name is Megan Michelle Gallant, and I am 6 years old. 7.
Okay, now where do we go, Dad? We go to.
Let's go to Jamin.
Okay.
I am Jamin Lee Scott, second son of Kenneth and Carol. This is my beloved wife, Marla.
I'm Marla Agnes K. Scott. This is our eldest son, Jacob Seth.
My name is Jacob Seth Scott, and I'm the oldest of 7 brothers and sisters, and that's Josh. I'm Josh.
Just a second, Josh. Just a second. Okay.
I'm Joshua Scott. No! My name is Joshua Orson Scott, and I am brother of Janelle Scott.
How you doing?
I'm Janelle Scott, and that's my sister Jara.
What's your age? I'm 13.
Rochelle. 12.
And where's your sister?
I'm Jara Lee Scott, and my second name is exactly like my dad, and I guess I was named after Sarah.
How old is Jared?
Oh, I'm 10 years old, and this is my sister Jessie.
Where's Jessie? Alright. Yeah.
My name is Jessica Joy Scott. I'm 8 years old, and I don't know where Jamie is. He's right there. I'm Jamie Scott. I'm Jamie Jed. I'm Jamie Jed Scott, and I'm 6 years old. This is my sister Jamaica.
Where's she?
Jamaila's in bed.
Jamaila's asleep. Okay. I'm next. Robert, you wanna?
Oh, yeah.
And this is my brother, Matthew.
Matthew. Yeah. I am Matthew Noel Scott. I am the 3rd son of Kenneth and Carol Scott. Am I supposed to say my age too? I am now 36. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
As of 4 days ago.
4 days ago, that's right.
Born on what day?
Born on Christmas Day, 1951. And this is my wife, Marina.
I hope I don't have to say my age. I'm Marina Scott.
Marina D.
Marina D. Edmonds Scott. And this is our oldest son, Brian. Right there.
I'm Brian Christopher Scott. I'm 11 years old, and this is Aaron. I'm Aaron Michael Scott, and I'm 10 years old. And where's Cameron? Right over there.
I'm Cameron Matthew Scott, and I'm 9. My sister.
Okay, Emily, hold on just a second.
You gotta sit down really sorry to get over such a high.
Stand up, Emily, so we can see how pretty you are.
I'm Emily Scott, my 8-year-old. This is my sister.
Jennifer.
How old are you? 8. I'm Jennifer Scott, and I'm 6. And this is my sister, Vara Scott.
So here you are.
Can you? What's your name? What's your name? Why are you named Valerie? Huh? Is it because you were born on Valentine's Day 4 years ago? Yes, it is.
So she's 3 years old now.
She'll be 4 in February, that's right.
Okay, hold on.
I'm Sarah Joanne Scott Sutton, and I'm the 4th child of Ken and Carol Scott. This is my wonderful husband, Jim Sutton.
Oh, I'm like, okay. I'm James Gregory Sutton. I'm 33 years old. And I have 3 children. We have 3 children. The oldest of which is Elaine Sutton.
Okay, my name is Elaine Sutton, and I'm 11. That's my sister, Michelle.
Say your middle names.
My name is Michelle Louise Sutton, and I'm 8, and that's my brother, Ben. My name is Benjamin Lee Sutton, and I am 6.
And we'll turn it over to the next person.
Robert.
My name is Robert D. Scott, Robert Dwayne Scott.
Yay!
And I'm the fifth child. And since they aren't here, I will just have to tell you that I have a wife and 4 children.
Name?
My wife's name is Joy Woolsey Scott, and my oldest child is Seth, or actually Robert Seth Scott. He goes by Seth, and he's 9. And then Joy Noel Scott, or Noel, and she is 7. And Bethany Faye Scott is 4. Mary Emma Scott, from this Emma here. Mary Emma Scott is our 4th child, and she is 3 years old. And I have a brother named Gordon. Improved camera angle.
My name is Gordon Benjamin Scott. I'm now 24 years old, and I'm the 6th child of Ken and Carol Scott, and I'm attending college. No family yet. And my brother's Ken.
Stand up, Ken.
I'm Kenneth Orrin Scott, named after my father, with the exception of the middle name.
And your grandpa, and after my father.
Orrin is after my mom's father. Anyway, I'm age 22. And I have a sister.
Brother. You have a brother. Where's Carla's sister?
My sister next.
Named Becky.
It's okay, Mom, we understand.
You couldn't keep it straight when we were all here.
Where is Becky? Oh, there she is.
My name is Rebecca Irene Scott, and Irene comes from my grandmother, Irene Swager, and I'm 21 and I'm going to college.
Where at?
Come on.
At Berkeley.
Yay!
And I have a brother
What are you
named
studying?
math.
I have a brother named Matt.
I'm studying math, and I have a brother.
When will you graduate?
I'll graduate in 3 semesters. And I have a brother named Carlin, and he's over there.
Carl and Scott, age 19, Brigham Young University, right guard. And I have a brother named Danny.
My name's Danny Marin Scott, and I'm named after Grandpa Scott, Grandpa Dan Scott, and I'm 12 years old. Yeah.
And you?
I'm the last born Candy Cow.
Experience, wasn't it?
Yes.
That's the best thing that'll happen often.
And I'm not sure how many we have here.
40.
Who counted? Who counted?
Well, I figured out if everybody came, we'd have 45, and then I figured Robert.
Gotta count the baby too. Count the data.
We must
Huh? I mean, I just figured out.
Everybody's 45, and
Yeah.
missing his 4, then you got 5. You got 40 people. 40 people.
Okay, well, we're going to proceed through the evening with program,
Cameron, I believe, wants to be first.
entertainment, and so Cameron.
Everybody sit up here and then watch that way.
Power.
You need to sit down or stand up.
Have a seat.
I know you.
No, you weren't.
No, you just took it.
Sarah, here's the chair. Oh, you should have the chair. They bring it out.
I'm getting there.
In the month of May?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you go, stand right one place so you can see her.
Please don't move.
Have the cord behind me? Okay.
Indian drums and pony.
And pony. Wait, Benny, start over.
Start over with Tom.
Get your card there.
You can turn off the camera.
Michelle.
Did you turn it off?
What? Melody.
I tuned it on the way here.
Red flashing light says you're on.
Mom,
We can always edit
I
it
have a
out.
safety pin. Kind of a bigger one if you have one.
There's one in my coat pocket, maybe, Mom.
Which company?
Blue coat. Not sure, but there was a big one. You want to tell us anything about that banjo, Lynn, or Sarah?
It's not Grandpa's.
It's not Grandpa's.
No.
Okay. Well, that's something about it.
This is a 5-string, and Grandpa's is a 4-string plectrum, and this is a 5-string tenor banjo. And I've been taking lessons now from a guy that plays bluegrass, and so this was my birthday present to get this, and he's giving me free lessons. His name is Jack Ramsey, and he's retired, so he spends a lot of time with me, and I've taken lessons now for about 3 or 4 months, maybe 4 months.
How'd you talk him into giving you free lessons?
He just is so excited to have anybody learn bluegrass that, you know, he thinks it's great.
Good.
So, you know, he'll teach anybody, and
Where did you meet him?
at the music store. I was there to buy what do you call that thing? My auto harp. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
He worked
And
there, or what?
I went to buy it that day, and I asked if you know, if they said he played banjo, and I said, would you ever consider taking a student? He said, oh sure. He said, I wouldn't ask you for any, you know, I'd do it for free.
Great.
So I go there every Wednesday, and he sits down for about an hour and a half and teaches me to play. So he's really dedicated, and he's in charge of the bluegrass festival they have every year up in Porterville by our place. So.
Wow.
And he's taught me 4 songs. And he doesn't teach, and most bluegrass people don't teach by music at all. It's all just by ear and note by note kind of thing. So he's real, you know, he doesn't know any music at all. So music theory, but. Yeah, I hope he never sees this. Let's see.
Weeping Willow?
Weeping Willow. And I got nervous and started playing it too fast, so I made a lot of goofs.
Did it sound like
More weeping than usual. But that's called Weeping Willow. Now I'm going to try to play Pike County Breakdown. The third song is, I don't know why, if I remember the song, I can't remember the name. Fireball Mail. Fireball Mail. It doesn't bother me. Boggy Mountain Breakdown. Okay.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, breakdowns. They're usually the instrumental ones.
What's the breakdown mean?
They broke
Breakdown
down on Foggy
is-
Mountain.
Yeah.
They're all caught- they're all caught.
Breakdown that they usually get them to play. I don't know. There's a lot of breakdowns, and I think they usually mean what it usually means is that everybody's playing, and they usually start playing so fast that they just do it until they break down. I don't know because there's a whole bunch of breakdowns. But.
That's the question you have to ask.
Yeah. Well, when they're playing, they sing, and then they play the instrument, and then somebody takes a break. And then somebody else takes a break, and the banjo's the leader, then the mandolin's the leader, then the violin's the leader, then the guitar's the leader.
Is that called
and,
a break?
and that's a break, so I think it has something to do with that.
Like at
break.
jazz, where each instrument takes
each
highlight,
instrument takes a
does
break.
a little solo.
Yeah, and I think that's why they call it breakdown, is that everybody break it down into pieces.
They play their solo.
That's when they stop playing.
No.
That's when they play.
When they're playing, yeah, the banjo takes a lead, and then they kind of strum, while the other guys lead.
Well, this goes into a medley of songs, and this is the Foggy Mountain Breakdown part, when the banjo takes hold, they're doing their break.
I'm playing what I would play if I was playing a break, but other times I would be playing like chords in the background or playing this real quiet or something like that. But these are kind of the lead parts.
Yeah.
Oops, I gotta slow down.
Yeah, they say my jokes are sick. By that I think they mean that when I tell jokes they're so funny they laugh until they're sick. So I don't feel too good. Actually, they're what my kids call adult humor.
That means they don't understand it? They don't think it's funny.
I mean, I think it means that when they get adults they'll laugh probably.
Yeah.
But anyway, the joke that I enjoy telling is the one about the Indian and the tourist that was crossing New Mexico. And as he was crossing on a bus, he got to this stop where the bus stopped, and the Indian got down off the bus, the tourist got down off the bus, and they stepped up to a little store. And here's this Indian sitting out in front of the store. And the man there at the store turned to the tourist and said, this Indian is very smart. The guy says, oh yeah? Yes, he knows everything. The tourist said, well, let's see. So he goes up to the Indian and says, you know everything, huh? The Indian just kind of looks at him and says, well, if you're so smart, what did I have for breakfast? The Indian looks around, looks him in the face and said, eggs. The tourist says, lucky guess. I guess anybody could guess eggs, Nah, no big deal. So the tourist leaves. 20 years later, the same tourist riding across New Mexico on a bus stops at the same store, gets out. The tourist pretty much forgot. He walks up, sees an Indian sitting there in front of the store. Says, how? The Indian says, scrambled.
Ready? I don't know what I'm playing.
John, if everybody has clothes that we can get muddy, I'll get some boots on and we can play.
outside tonight? All of us?
Oh yeah.
He's down right.
You guys ready for another joke?
I want to hear a cigarette lighter joke.
It's only once in a lifetime.
Jamin, I have one that's funny.
Okay, good.
Get Jim over there.
Go ahead, Jim. I can't even take credit for this. I heard it at a Rotary meeting, and it's one of the few clean jokes I've told, so I can tell you. There's this man, and he was driving like a one-ton van, and he was going up over the Grapevine. That's the Interstate 5 going up over the hills towards LA. And every once in a while, this motorist, this guy was behind him, was following him, and he noticed that the driver of the van would, about every 2 minutes, would reach out, as he's driving along the road, reach out with a baseball bat and go bam, bam, back on the side of the truck, And he'd never seen anything like this before. And so they're driving along, every 2 minutes, this guy would reach around and go bam, bam, like that on the back of the truck. So finally they're driving up the Grapevine, and the van starts to kind of overheat, so they pull over, and this guy that's driving behind him is just so curious, he pulls over behind the van, and when they stop, he gets out and he goes up to the van driver and says, I've been driving these roads for a long time, and I've never seen anybody, beat the side of their van. Can you tell me what that's all about? He says, oh sure, it's easy. This is a 1-ton van, and I got 2 tons of canaries, and I got to keep half of them in the air at all times.
I guess 99 instills a lot of stories because the highway patrolman, there was a guy driving down the road in a pickup truck, and he sees this pig run along the side of Freeway 99. And he says, boy, that pig shouldn't be out there. And so he pulls over and grabs the pig and finally gets him in his truck. He's going on down the road with this pig in his truck. A highway patrolman's parked there, and he sees this go by, a man with a pickup and a pig in it. He says, what in the world? So the highway patrolman pulls out and turns on his light, pulls the guy over in the pickup truck and says, what are you doing with a pig in your truck? The guy says, well, I just found it on the side of the road. And, I didn't know what to do, so I just put it in my cab with me. He says, you can't drive around with a pig up front like that. He says, go on down to Fresno and take the pig to the zoo. The guy says, well, okay, if you want me to, I'll do it. So he leaves, and the highway patrolman says, boy, I've seen some strange things. Well, the next day, the highway patrolman's parked on the other side of the freeway, and he's sitting there watching cars go by. All of a sudden, here comes the same truck with the man in it, and sure enough, there's the pig right up there in front with the man again. The highway patrolman can't believe it. He turns on his light, pulls the man over again. He says, what in the world are you doing? I thought I told you to take that pig to the zoo. He says, well, officer, I did. We had so much fun, now we're going to Disneyland.
It was? Okay.
I got a chair. Been saving that chair for me. It just seemed to be.
Okay,
You want
ready for us?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to say?
Kimberly and I are going to sing this song. It's called The Pony Man. We don't sing it too often, so we get mixed up on the verses, so we may just throw words in there and they may not mean much, but... And if you're not, you can sing along. When it's midnight on the meadow and the cats are in the shed, and the river tells a story at the window by my bed. If you listen very closely, be as quiet as you can. In the yard you'll hear him, it is the Pony Man. Huh? We're always glad to meet him when he tumbles into town. He leads a string of ponies, some are white and some are brown. And they never seem to kick or bite, they only want to play. And they live on candied apples instead of oats and hay. And when we are assembled, he gives a soft command. And we climb aboard our ponies as in a row they stand. Pony Man's the captain and the children are the crew. And we off we go a sailing. Up the Sterling staircase, so swift our ponies fly.
Something about the boat laden with something in apple pie. Where does it go? The Pony Man's the captain and the children are the crew? Oh, you did? Yeah, remember, I just like it. Sing the first verse last.
I think.
Oh, there's Tom and Joe, Mary and Tom and Joe,
We'll just sing the first verse again.
Yeah, sing the first verse to end it.
When it's midnight on the meadow and the cats are in the shed, and the river tells a story and the wind goes by my bed, if you listen very closely, as quiet as you can. In the yard you'll hear him, it is the Pony Man.
I'm sorry.
When I was a little bit boy, just up off the floor, listened down to Grandma's house every month or so. Chicken pie, comes a ham, homemade butter on the bread. But the best part about Grandma's house was a great big feather bed. It was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 4 to every piece of the whole wool top for a tip. In the old age years, 4 round dogs and a piggy bank stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's red bed.
And a hog?
It was a hog. It was a hog.
Well, I love my hog, I love my frog, and Grandma too. Fish with the huddle, wrestle with the cousin, and even kissed and flew. He said, I betrayed them all. Was a gal down the road to Grandma's bed. I betrayed them all. Was a guy down the road. Well, maybe I better reconsider about the gal down the road. Grandma's bed. It was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. It was made for the feathers of 4 young geese, the whole 4 puff and tip. The whole big kids, 4 dogs and a piggy bank stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed.
Are you gonna play Pee Wee Herman?
My ear pianist.
About the lawyer?
Lawyer.
He's such a turd.
No, you didn't. No, it's your joke. I got a joke. Our other car, not the Toyota, is the church sale we have. It's called Moleskin Harley because it rolls down one of the yards and hardly make it up.
Moleskin Harley.
There's actually
Now, what do you do? You take statistical information and put it into a form where they make decisions about what kind of insurance and what kind of insurance.
That's part of it. It's a really long process.
So what is the majority of the statistics then?
She and my mom, my other grandma, wanted to ask about churches and stuff. They would write letters. My grandma would.
What happens to Kenny?
Don't get me. Go get it. You go get it.
All your moms and dads.
Okay, fine. Everybody,
What does the studio's audience get?
okay, ready? The studio audience, you guys in the studio audience, and I really need your cooperation. And this is how it's going to work. Daniel is going to hold up a sign, or Elaine, or Aaron. Daniel, let's practice. No. That's not. That's the sorry. You got to go like this. Kind of exciting. Okay, good. And if you do that, it'll be just perfect. Okay. Now, this is the way it's going to work. Robert's going to be the host. And Robert, you can kind of stand over here in this corner or that corner, walk back and forth, wherever you feel comfortable.
He usually stands in one place and talks.
Well, I was thinking,
Hey, Daisy Pooh.
see, now, you want one more couple here, right? Sarah, right here?
Yeah,
Sit there. And so that, yeah.
Oh,
Am I supposed to play this theme or not?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to have everybody, we're going to explain the rules for that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to the Not So Newlywed Game. Presenting here the Scott Not So Newlyweds and the Sutton Not So Newlyweds. We'd like to begin by introducing each of our contestants. First, not in order of age, Jamin Scott and his lovely wife, Marla. Jamin, could you tell us where and when you were married?
We were married in Oakland on December 29, 1971.
1971. And next we have Stephen Scott and his lovely wife, Carol. Steve, where were you and Carol married?
We were married in Salt Lake City, Utah on January 15th, 1971.
1971. Next, Matthew and Marina Scott. Matthew?
Hi.
Hi. Go ahead and tell us where.
I know he's going to say lovely wife this time.
Oh.
We were married on April 18th, 1975. In Salt Lake City.
Hardly a man is now.
Next, the oldest couple and most not so newlywed is Ken and Carol Scott.
Yes, we were married August 15th? November 15th, oh. Well, actually, we were married twice. We weren't quite sure about the first time.
November 15th, and it was your first marriage?
Yes. November 15th, 1947, but...
What was your second marriage? Temple marriage.
August
22nd. So which one do you celebrate as your anniversary? November?
Both of them. 1950.
47, 50. And last but not least is Jim Sutton and his wife, Sarah.
Glad to be here, Rob.
excuse me. We were born in Oakland.
These are the oldest newlyweds.
Our union was born.
That's right. We were married in Oakland, California on August 24th, 74.
What? Well, thank you very much, newlyweds. And now, if we'll just ask while we look for we'll ask for our guide here to escort the husbands out on our soundproof booth in the soundproof portion of this studio. And we could ask the women to be seated on. Go ahead. And we could ask the women to be seated on this portion of the.
You go over there.
You push that
We gotta stay in order. We have to stay in order. No, never goes in order. Josh, make sure they're all back there.
Pause. Men are retiring to the soundproof booth. We'd like to win what the grand prize of today's winner is. And for that we have John Scott.
The winning couple will go the accolade of all the Scott descendants and no unnecessary inhabitants in your sleeping area tonight only.
What's that now?
To the winning couple will go the accolade of all the Scott descendants and no unnecessary inhabitants in your sleeping area tonight.
Hooray! Hooray! Wonderful.
What's that, Brian? Sit down. They call me Big A.
No kids in the
Well, if our husbands are quietly sequestered in the soundproof booth, we will proceed with the questioning of our first questions. For 5 points each, ladies, anticipate your husband's response to these questions. Number 1, what was the hour of your wedding ceremony? The hour of the day of your wedding ceremony.
The hour and the day.
Just the hour, yeah. What you think your husband would say. Now, if you've all finished with that, number 2, what would you say is your husband's dream car?
How big are we supposed to write these?
Just pick up the original.
Oh.
You're not gonna hold it up.
Audience, sit down.
Number 3, how much did your husband weigh during your first couple weeks of marriage? As part of that question, has he gained or lost weight since then? And
Yes or no?
how much has he gained or lost? It's actually how much.
Is this a two-part question?
Yes, it is.
Has he gained or lost?
How much has he gained or lost?
Oh, how much?
You put the amount, it doesn't matter.
This is net gain or loss next to it.
Well, that's what you're talking about. Is it a net gain or is it a net loss?
Oh, plus or minus. Plus or minus, ladies, that's all.
He's lost or gained?
Has he lost or
No,
gained?
not, you don't care how much.
No, I guess not. Number 4, what is the anniversary of your in-laws, meaning the parents?
Our parents.
Isn't this question the 5?
Yeah, husband's
Their
parents.
in-laws. The wives themselves, their in-laws. Josh. So 4 of them have, or 3 of them have the same.
3 of them
Yeah, they have
they just
easy,
barely heard.
they have an
You can't look at each
advantage on
other's
me.
paper.
You have to disqualify that person.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I guess so, that's true.
We should have the husband say what their in-laws have.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
say,
okay.
yes, what will be the husband's answer to the question of what their in-laws, in other words, your parents, with the exception of you. Yes. In other words, now you have the advantage, huh? Whatever, if you remember. What will Dad say is your mom and dad's wedding date? What will Steve say is your mom and dad's wedding date? What will they guess?
Date or?
We just want
That's
to,
what he's gonna say.
one note here, the announcer is not responsible for the validity of any of these questions. Number 5, if you were to compare your husband's personality to a loaf of bread, which kind would he say he was most like? Whole wheat, 7 grain, day old, or sourdough? If you were to compare your husband's personality to a loaf of bread, which kind would it be? Whole wheat, 7 grain, day old, or sourdough?
See, are we gonna ask what we said, or
Yeah.
are we just?
Yeah,
we're supposed to write what we think they'll say.
Yes, yeah.
Read the 7 grain what?
7 grain, no, whole wheat, 7 grain, day old, or sourdough? Personality.
Oh dear.
Okay. While our wives are contemplating the answers to their final questions, we'll bring the husbands back on after a message from our commercial sponsor.
Do you have gas? I have the question answer for you. Take Alka-Seltzer. Pop, flop, fizz, fizz.
Back again with our game. Now, as you remember, we asked the wives 5 questions, the responses to which are written here. Now see how well the husbands' answers to those questions compare with their wives' responses. Newlywed number 1, Jamin and Marla Scott. Jamin,
Here.
what was the hour of your wedding?
What was the hour of our wedding?
Wedding ceremony. What was the hour of your wedding ceremony?
Do I have to be within an hour or a minute or what? Let's see. I'm going to say 11:35.
Marla said 1 o'clock. How do you account for this discrepancy? On to the next question.
I was on Mountain Standard.
Stephen, what was the hour of your wedding ceremony?
Let's say 11:30.
Very close. 11:30.
What was the answer? Just like
Matthew, what was the hour of your wedding ceremony?
Well, let's see. Gotta get the preacher out of bed, right?
Had to come pick you from Dad to get you down.
I don't know. I'll say noon, 12 o'clock.
11 a.m. was Marina's response. 10 a.m. was Marina's response. Oh, 10. Excuse me. I was wrong. Marina did say 10 a.m., so they're off by an hour, 2 hours anyway. Ken, Scott, what was the hour of your wedding ceremony?
Well, the consensus of opinion is 11:30.
That's very wrong person.
3 o'clock was the
We're on the train by 3 o'clock. Yeah, get on the train and leave. We got on the train before.
On to the next.
She was talking about the first one.
Great. Which wedding? You guys gotta get it straight.
Jim,
Yes.
what was the hour of your wedding ceremony?
Well, it's hard to argue with the experience of the group. But I was honestly going to say 11 o'clock in the morning.
What?
10 o'clock, Jim. I'm sorry, you missed it. Hold on. We have a ruling by the judges that 1 hour is within tolerances.
Yay,
So,
Yay.
so after this first round end of questioning, our score stands at Stephen and Carol 5 and Jim and Sarah 5. If the wives will retire to the...
We haven't done the other one.
What the heck am I doing? Yeah, never mind. Sorry about that, guys. Number 2, what would you say is your husband's dream car? Jamin, what? Blue. Wasn't that the answer to number 2, dear?
What is my dream car?
What would be your dream car?
This is easy. An Audi.
It is the same country, but not the right car. Mercedes was what Marla said. Steve, what is your dream car?
Well, I've always wanted what I'm driving right now, but I've always said a Corvette too. But I'm going to say a Toyota 4x4 pickup.
Correct in the end. Pickup truck. Excellent. Matthew, what is your dream car?
You better say the right one.
If you say a Studebaker,
Well, I'm tempted to say a Mercury station wagon.
What were you
I think I thought the mouse.
Pinpoint questions, but
Five.
oh, still 5.
all of 5.
Ken Scott, what would be your dream car? What do you believe Mom thought was your dream car?
No.
So true.
It's not your mom. Mrs. Scott.
Oh. We have too many Mrs. Scott. Carol Senior.
I think it's a white Ford convertible.
A Cadillac. Okay, Jim.
There is no question about this
We have it.
because I got it this summer. It's a Triumph TR6.
Excellent. TR6. Number 3. Returning again with Marla and Jamin. Jamin, how much did your husband weigh? How much did you weigh during your first couple weeks of marriage?
How much did I weigh the first couple weeks we were married?
How much did your wife say?
I was very trim. 112.
You, not Marla.
What did you say?
You worked for him.
100 kilograms.
That's how you understand the way that's
I know people in India.
Oh, maybe they worked there.
That was great, yeah.
That's not what I weigh.
We want to hear Marta's answer here.
Yes, we'd like
What was your?
Is that what you're really going to say, Jamie?
Well,
No.
The second part of the question is also, has there been a net gain or loss?
Well, I hope there has been.
I don't think there's any question here, but how much did you say, 110?
112.
135 pounds was Marla's response.
she had
Stephen?
Or was there a gain or
No, how much what it was?
How did we ever get on this show? Did they go through very good screen?
I would say
It's the screen for losers too.
170. And
Within 10 pounds, and 175 is the answer, and 170 is correct.
Have you gained or lost?
gain.
How much?
Very much.
I wrote that down there.
Gained 15 pounds. We've got a very, how do they call it, integrated couple here. The second part is worth nothing. because everybody can, it was just a net gain and loss, so we know that what that is. Anyway.
For fun.
Yes, just to make you feel like you're doing better.
Okay. I think 165.
Excellent, 160 pounds was her guess, within 10 pounds.
You made
you're correct.
150.
Okay, and gain 25 pounds. Okay, ooh, a shocker here, ladies and gentlemen. I just can't hardly believe what I'm reading here, but how much do you feel you weighed when you were married?
135.
Excellent, 130 pounds is the answer.
Did you lose your game? Did you lose
Within 10 pounds, 140 is a good guess.
Oh, we should give him some extra points, 140 on the nose. Right, if you were to compare your husband's personality to a loaf of bread, which kind would he say he was most like? Whole wheat, 7 grain, day old, or sourdough?
Do you want to say
Whole wheat, 7 grain, day old, sourdough.
Was Poppin' Fresh on there? Let's see. I'm going to go with 7 grain.
7 grain, the answer is whole wheat. Whole wheat, 7 grain, day old, or sourdough, Stephen?
My personality? White's not on there, so I don't know.
I almost wrote right in.
Yeah. Day old.
Day old, it is day old.
Always look at me like that.
Let's see. Nut bread, that'd be good.
We should have been writing our own answers.
Banana nuts.
Banana nut.
Whole wheat, 7 grain, day old, or sourdough?
Whole wheat.
Day old.
That was his second guess.
Ken Scott?
Well, after considerable thought and deep soul searching, like Jamin, I felt that, I personally felt that 7 grain was the right answer, but I guess it's sourdough.
And Jim?
Well, this is a tough question because there are certain days when sourdough is more appropriate and other days when whole wheat, is more appropriate. So on the whole, I would say day old.
Sourdough. Okay, now the home audience may have noticed that we skipped number 4. We're back to number 4 now. What is the anniversary of your in-laws?
No. You said, what would your husband say at the anniversary?
Yes.
Okay.
Anniversary. In other words, your parents or your wife's parents.
What is their
Wedding anniversary?
Wedding
When is their
anniversary.
wedding?
You have to know the year.
Day.
Come on, I've told you.
Day. We're looking for the day here, folks, I guess.
Tuesday, right?
I thought it would be the month. I didn't put a day in.
We'll count them.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, we'll
It's in November. Is it the 15th? My in-laws.
Your, her parents. What are her parents?
Yeah.
No. September 9th. No. Next.
Wait, now did she mean? See, was it
Mara interpreted to mean her in-laws. So she answered
I mean, he was saying the 15th because we always celebrate it because it's my mom's birthday and their anniversary. He always gets mixed up whose birthday it is.
But what were you thinking? Were you thinking?
What'd you put down?
He got it wrong. Never mind. You got it wrong. They haven't made the correct one yet. They missed that one too.
Freud would want to know why.
Speaking of Freud, this next answer definitely falls in that category. Stephen, what will you say is Carol's parents' wedding anniversary?
Well, how close did you break it down?
In the
month? Didn't help it, did it? 1 and 12. Instead of 1 and 365. I'm gonna say April.
He will say, I don't know. But, so we can't give you points on that, I'm sorry.
When is it? I think you don't
That's
even
what she
know.
said he would say. She said you would say, I don't know.
Okay, Matthew, you have a chance to pick up some points here. The leaders have all dropped the question, the last two questions here. Matthew and Marina, what would you say is Marina's parents' wedding anniversary? The month is all we need. Nobody didn't get close yet.
Don't pay very much attention. I know what yours is.
November.
What was the answer we've had so far? December. December 3rd for future references.
Well, that's just, you know, I was saying November 30th.
Actually, they
So
have
that's only 3
One's
days.
in November and one's in December.
Judges?
You have to say which one.
Okay, on to Ken and Carol Scott.
He said June.
Wait.
Yeah, he's not. December.
December.
Okay, Jim.
Okay, would you repeat the question?
What is your in-laws' wedding?
Hey, no fair.
I know when my in-laws.
Yes.
Sarah's parents.
Oh, okay.
How many in-laws you got?
She was supposed to guess what my parents' wedding is. Okay. I don't know.
Let's switch husbands.
You're supposed to guess it. How?
I just said it.
Did you say
Well,
I had to guess what you would say, I would say.
I don't know.
excellent responses to all of them. You were keeping track, of course. Okay, so will the wives please?
What happened to the last one?
Exit the floor.
That was fun.
Congratulations.
Husbands can also the game, each question will be asked to the husbands and will be worth 10 points each. So for 10 points, husbands, answer these questions the way that you think your wives will respond. Number 1. What was the one thing your wife seemed to be most worried about, if anything, most worried about on your wedding day? What was the one thing your wife seemed to be most worried about on your wedding day?
Before or after the marriage?
On your wedding day. Whichever one she was most worried about. Was she worried about the thing after or before? Number 2, as you're all done, that's kind of an essay question. But okay. Name one song that comes to mind that you have sung to your wife perhaps more often than any other. Name one song that comes to mind that you have sung to your wife perhaps more often than any other. Judges, could they also say a song that enough in half if they haven't sung anything else. Just a song that comes to mind that you and your wife enjoyed most, or song that you've sung most, or your song.
No, wait, it's a song that we have sung to our wives, right?
Or your favorite. Are you going to just say our song?
You want to change it to your favorite song?
No, a song that they have sung.
Song that you have sung, if any. It is in English. But then you have sung to your wife, perhaps more often than any other. Okay. Number 3. Imagine that political prejudices forced your wife to change the color of her hair to anything but what it is now. Which would she prefer? A lighter color, a darker color, or red hair? Lighter color, a darker color, or red hair?
These questions ought to be worth 25 points.
You got 25 points, 20 points. Bonus is asked on this round also? Lighter, darker, or red? Now then, number 3, if you were to make a geographical analogy of your wife's cooking, would you compare it to A, Rio de Janeiro, a lot of fun but a little out of hand at times, B, Johannesburg's government, black on the outside, C, Nome, Alaska, cold and forgotten, or D, Salt Lake City, not of this world.
What was the first one? Rio de Janeiro, what?
A lot of fun, but a little out of hand at times.
Or what about none of the above?
No.
Antarctica, none of the above, or something?
Nome is cold and forgotten, that's C. And B is Johannesburg's government, black on the outside. And D is Salt Lake City, not of this world.
I gotta see the wife's
Dangerous questions.
We may not be allowed to get to this next year.
The bonus question may never happen here, that's for sure. Question number 4, still for 10 points.
5, aren't we on 5?
Yeah, we're on 5.
Yes. There were 2 3s here. 5. If you had the ability to change your wife before she met you by seeing to it that she had a few lessons on a particular subject, what would that subject be? Yeah. That must be truthful, husband.
Do we have to answer this
Do you want to be truthful or do you want to stay happy?
What would your wife's response to this question be? And I think is the operative phrase here. Nothing.
Yeah, absolutely nothing.
Let's see.
Say it once more.
Yeah.
If you had the ability to change your wife before she met you by seeing to it that she had a few lessons on a particular subject, what would it be?
A little help here, Becky.
I can't wait for the bonus question.
That wasn't the bonus question?
No, we got one more. Right?
No, the bonus question. This first animal here.
Yes, yes.
Oh, cut the tape for a second.
Get a question.
Okay, now for a bonus question, 20 points. Anticipate your wife's answer to this question. What was the first domestic animal that you and your wife had together? You and your wife owned. The first domestic animal you and your wife.
Yeah, you want our answers?
Yeah.
Those are confidential, by the way.
They won't be.
That's right.
The old gray mare sandwich.
That's fun. You see Gary more than
What is it? What? Domestic, I mean, that would be like.
a fish, a dog.
Pet, you said, right?
Yeah, pet.
Not just a barnyard animal, right?
No, I don't think
I was gonna say goat, that's not really pet.
What do you think she'll say? You think she'll say go? I'm gonna say the domestic animal that you and your wife own.
I think that's it.
So you're not gonna say pet.
Domestic animal or pet?
You didn't say or pet. So how are you gonna
Would
answer?
you like to change it?
No, it's not gonna make a difference to me.
Just be a troublemaker, right? Security.
Are we ready?
Oh, man. Okay. Now for 10 points. The husbands were asked to anticipate the wives' answers to the following questions. Number 1, we'll begin with cut. Before we begin that process, though, we'd like to show the current scores. Starting with our leading score of Steve and Carol Scott with 20 points. Jim and Sarah Sutton with 15 points. Mathematical deficiency Ken Scott with 10 points. And Matthew Scott with 10.0 points. And last and partially least, Jamin Scott with 0 points.
Oh, so Marla got 0. We haven't done my score.
Okay.
She got 0.
Low score wins, right, Bob?
Yeah, this is golf, like golf, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. That'd be a good line to put on TV.
This is TV, isn't it?
Wives, what was the one thing you were most worried about on your wedding day?
That's not fair.
What was the one thing your husband would have answered that you were most worried about on your wedding day? Marla?
What our husband thought we were most worried about.
Yes, what your husband thought you were most, he just
What did he write down?
What did he write down?
Getting there on time.
No, I can't.
Getting there on time. The answer is... Getting there on time is... Okay, Steve and Carol. Carol? What was the one thing that you were most worried about?
On your wedding day.
On your wedding day?
No, like birthday.
I'd say.
You can spell it. You ought
My God, ears!
Day, girl.
Wedding day?
They're all ears, Carol.
Oh, they're all ears here. Okay, wedding day, wedding day. I couldn't think of the wedding day. Oh,
Nothing else to worry about, huh?
I don't remember any worries. Marta sounded good.
They're giving up points. I think she's already on the paper route.
Yeah, I guess getting there on time.
Her wedding dress looking nice. Well, okay, and Marina, what was one thing you seemed most worried about?
Whether or not we were going to get to the reception.
Clarify.
Our car broke down.
The car is correct.
They're conferring over there. No.
After my watch had stopped, and I was late.
Well, not exactly.
Not even close.
Where you would sleep on the train was the biggest question there. Where you would sleep.
Now, did you solve it?
Could you explain that a little bit? Did you book a passage for one or what?
Did you want to answer those guys?
Well, all I had was coach seats.
Didn't have any compartments.
And so we had to kind of keep worrying along with the conductor until finally we got a compartment.
Okay,
I thought
Sarah?
coach seats would have been all right. Now, dear, think carefully about this before you answer.
What was your biggest worry on your wedding day?
No coaching.
There's two things I could think about, but probably the thing that he would stand out in his mind would be whether or not we were going to get the keys out of the car when he locked them in the car.
Correct, locking the keys. Okay, we'll begin this next question answering with, let's see, name one song that comes to mind that you, wives, name one song that comes to mind that your husband has sung to you most often.
No, that's not how you phrase it.
Name one song that comes to mind that you have sung to your wife, perhaps more often than any other.
That's how you phrase it.
Oh, good. Okay, so Carol, would you like to answer that one? We're going to go around like this. We're going to give...
I'll give you time. These are harder.
That's why they're worth 10 points.
Oh. I'm only a 5-point person.
Too cow-wise, huh?
The song he's sung most often?
Perhaps most often to you.
To you.
To you.
Than any other.
Tell me when it's time.
This is a 1-hour show.
I can't think of one.
Is that an acceptable answer, judges?
No. I'll
Oh,
say something here. I know he said something. There was one song.
The one that he sung most often is
Grandma's Feather Bed?
no, Islands
How romantic.
in the Stream.
Oh, yeah.
That's the last time you hear that song.
That's a good answer, too.
Marina?
I only think of one song that's sang to me one time. You are the sunshine of my life.
Correct, it is! You are okay. Carol Emma Scott?
5 minutes more?
Correct, it is!
I thought it would have been give me 5 minutes more.
Yes,
Okay.
5 minutes more.
Or
Or the other one.
Sarah?
To be honest, my husband does not sing.
Correct, it is not. Okay, okay.
No.
Jamin,
Oh, Jamie.
Oh, Jamie. Jamie has.
Marla's thinking.
He doesn't sing to me. We sing together. But the song we used to sing when we were really young when we first started dating was Feeling Groovy. Wasn't it?
Imagine political pressures forced your wife to change the color of her hair to anything but what it is now. Which would she prefer? A lighter color, a darker color, or red hair? Marina?
Definitely lighter.
Lighter was correct. Lighter. Girl, Emma Scott.
A little fundamental.
Sarah? Lighter, darker?
Oh, lighter.
Darker. Okay, Marla?
Lighter.
Lighter. Hooray!
I get it. This is a giveaway question.
I was thinking auburn. Is that reddish?
That's reddish.
Yeah, reddish. I don't think, he'd think red.
Lighter, darker, or red?
Oh.
I'm waiting for a cue, Steve.
I'll think he'll say lighter.
Lighter it is! Okay, now, fourth question. If you were to make a geographical analogy of your wife's cooking, what would it compare to? Rio de Janeiro, a lot of fun but a little out of hand at times.
That one answer there.
Yeah.
That's one.
Rio de Janeiro.
A lot of fun or a little bit
Oh,
out
that's
of
all
hand
the
at
same answer.
That's
Okay.
it. B is Johannesburg's government, black on the outside. C, Nome, Alaska, cold and forgotten. Or D, Salt Lake City, not of this world. We start with Carol Emma Scott.
Oh, let's see now. Could I have her run down those?
Rio de Janeiro, a lot of fun but a little out of hand. Johannesburg's government, black on the outside. Nome, cold, forgotten. Salt Lake City, not of this world.
Not of this world.
Well, let's see. Johannesburg. Okay.
Black on the outside.
Now, be honest, dear.
I have to think of those 4 different locations.
Rio de Janeiro.
Not Salt Lake. It's not Johannesburg. It's Rio de Janeiro or
Nome, Alaska.
Nome, Alaska.
What's Nome, Alaska?
Cold and forgotten.
Cold and forgotten.
I guess I'll have to say Rio de Janeiro.
What about all those times you take the flaming stuff and put it out on the back porch? Johannesburg. We have burnt bread on our back porch. Mile a week.
Week supply.
The smoke alarm goes off at least once a day.
Tim, are you saying she treats you like a god?
burnt offerings. Exactly.
Okay. She doesn't think so.
Marla? Johannesburg, Nome, Alaska, Salt Lake City. What's that?
Salt Lake City.
Cold and forgotten. Okay, on to the next couple.
Your next meal will definitely be.
What? You probably moved down to Johannesburg. And they have to eat it.
Okay, Rio de Janeiro, a lot of fun, but a little out of this world. Johannesburg's government, black are on the outside, known, cold or forgotten. Salt Lake City, not of this world.
I'd say Salt Lake City, not this one.
Rio de Janeiro.
You're always trying new things.
Well, they're not good.
What's it say?
That's what I
don't know how
was
to
thinking.
interpret Salt Lake City, if that means it is heavenly or if it means it's
The other
outlandish.
I thought it meant real salty, yucky.
Well spiced.
But that's not what I put.
No, you put Rio de Janeiro, so he put the most complimentary. You just didn't know which one was the most complimentary.
No, he didn't say it's complimentary.
Yes, Rio de Janeiro is a lot of fun.
Always trying new things, creative.
That's your question. And Marina.
She's like, cook it different. Looks
Same old thing.
On to Marina.
Same old thing, looks different.
Things stand in it. Lately, I'd have to say no, Alaska.
Rio de Janeiro. So.
She's a great cook. She's all kinds of things.
Okay. Hi. Not that anyone would yell at me, but anyway. If you had the ability to change your wife before she met you by seeing to it that she had a few lessons on a particular subject, what would that subject be? We'll start out with Sarah.
What?
choices. Don't we have any choices?
No.
What would the subject be that you have a few lessons in?
Where's the nearest
If
exit?
there was something that he wishes you knew more about or were different by taking some subjects away.
Cooking.
No.
Nose is in trouble now.
Bookkeeping.
Oh. Okay. All right. Bookkeeping. Hit you with a checkbook.
Yeah.
Housekeeping.
Piano.
Good answer.
Piano was actually. Piano was the correct answer there. That's the answer that he chose. No. And Carol?
Being more affectionate.
Spelling.
Oh,
Okay.
Steve does that.
Okay, I'll change. Okay, I'll work on the spelling.
Everything.
No, that wasn't correct. You can.
Narrow it down a little more.
Well, he always used to tell me he wishes I was taller, but I would have to work on that.
That couldn't be that. Something you can take a lesson on.
Well, I didn't know how to drive very good. Learn how to drive his car.
Close.
Tennis.
I thought you said you were a shallow person.
My husband's had the most difficulty with this question. Okay. Carol Emma?
Math.
Correct. Math. Okay, now, our next question is the 20-point bonus question. And before we ask the 20-point bonus question, we're going to show what each of the current scores are. Okay. We'd like to begin the question with.
We thought they were the losers.
Oh, don't you want to
The
hold
question is.
You don't want to see these scores?
Yes. Well, I'll tell them to you. But, okay. Anticipate.
You notice it
The
says
husbands were
Jim.
asked to anticipate the wife's response to this question. What was the first domestic animal you had?
How much is this one worth?
20 points. 20 points, and we'll begin with Jamie and Marla. What was the first domestic animal that you and your husband? Yes, the married couple. First domestic animal.
Kids don't count.
No, kids don't count. Domestic animal.
Cat.
We'll go ahead and put it in.
I say cat.
Oh!
Oh, no, dog! Dog! Okay.
Doesn't that count? They were both mammals.
Carol, what was the first domestic animal that you and...
I say a cat.
No, a goat.
There's the goat at the house.
Goat. What's the points on Matthew? What are your
That's
points?
not domestic.
It wasn't taken as a wild
No,
goat?
no, no. You said
What do
domestic.
you have, Matthew? 40?
40, yes.
And what did you guys have?
30.
30. Okay.
Steve struggled with that word.
Okay. The next one is Jim and Sarah. Okay, Jim and Sarah, what was the first?
This should be very easy.
Sure. Cow.
Yeah.
Sarah?
Oh,
First domestic animal?
cat.
A cat is correct. Kona. Now they have 55 points. Let's see if anybody can pass them.
Hex.
Carol.
What are we
Killa,
playing for?
Scott.
We don't even know what this is getting us.
Oh,
She's
yes,
still-
sir.
The
We
guy
heard the
She's
thing.
working back. She's back to 55, and she's still going back. See, she's got a little bit further back than the rest of us to go.
Would you like to go? You got the same points. You can...
No, let her go first. Then we'll come in with the big
Sleep alone
guy.
today. I don't know how they're going to guarantee that.
So you have 55.
I'm going to say a dog.
We had a cat in the
Cat.
apartment in John Day. Cat's brown.
Okay, didn't work out according to schedule there.
What's
Now, for a chance to steal it,
What's our prize?
for a chance to steal it, you'll get the accolade of all the Scott clan, plus the guarantee of, what is it?
Good night sleep.
Get to sleep alone.
Get to sleep without people,
Children.
without children jumping in bed with you.
I don't know how you're going to guarantee that.
How are you going to do that? Advantage.
You're going to get your back seat of the car, right? I don't know.
Anywhere, drive it anywhere you want.
Marina?
The only animals you've ever had is fish.
Fish is correct. Everybody clap.
Hi, Mom. Number one.
Yeah. They're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But good ones are.
Films that I got, we took at Caldwell. I'm not sure your home or who's Caldwell or they did ours. But Caldwell? Yeah, way back right here. Yeah, so it was whether they ever came to your house or they came to somebody else's house. That's our camera. Yeah, we brought that one. That's my one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway.
They've got all these things.
Oh, yeah, that costs a lot.
I can't afford it.
Well,
Couldn't have them anyway, probably.
I don't know. The thing of it
is, well, my youngest one is Valerie. That's her right here. Valerie, come here. This is Valerie. This is my grandfather. Your great-grandfather. This is my mama. He's daddy. His name is Grandpa Coleman. Yeah, she's
She's a pretty girl. I'm not happy with
This is Jennifer. This is the next youngest. Come here, Jennifer. This is Grandpa Tommy. Remember, we just got the picture of your family, and then Mom put together a little book. And so this is Oren. Remember the picture of little baby Oren? Well, this is Oren all grown up. Oh, come here. Here's the rattlesnake bite.
Good. I can't.
Okay, let's see. See those marks? Little white spots. That's where the rattlesnake came. When he was a little boy and he got bit by the rattlesnake, and his parents told him not to run. He didn't run. He called his brother Ray. Brother Ray came to Mel. Mel came and picked him up, carried him back to the house, and ran and got the doctor. Brought the doctor back in the buggy.
Didn't have no cars then. You just had the horses and buggies.
Yeah. This is Aaron. This is our second oldest boy.
Oh, I have too many kids. I can't remember them all.
No.